be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to GWR Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, Monday, January 12th, 2026. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Marcus Fine, and Warren Misery. How's it going, guys?
Going good. I'm impressed. You knew the date. I'm impressed.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I had to look at the corner of the screen.
Yeah, well, I
ain't gonna take the credit for it. I had to look over.
Well, we'll go ahead and bring our guest host in, and then we'll let Marcus do his thing. Or you guys want to do Marcus's thing first, then bring him in?
You're in charge.
You're the OG.
Let's go ahead and bring him in. There he is.
Start out because Chris brought him in.
Yeah, he's in the dark. He's in the dark. Got a special guest, AACW wrestler, Justin Terrell.
What is up, guys?
How's it going?
What is up? Not too bad. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Marcus to answer the true or false question. Before we got started.
I didn't even hear what you said. You guys are all laughing. It's like, say it.
So the question is true. The question is true or false, Marcus? Do you eat corn on the cob the long ways?
No. Yes, so isn't that the way everybody eats corn on the cob?
The long way, Marcus. Think about it.
The long way. No.
The long way.
The long way.
Marcus.
He didn't say like a he didn't say like a typewriter.
Now,
yeah, I didn't say like a typewriter.
Out there, a typewriter was a thing back in the day. We used to.
Yeah.
Most people. I learned to type was with one of those.
Okay. Let's move on from that. Let's go right into Marcus Independent Wrestling Report. Marcus, let's go right into that, and then we'll talk to Justin a little bit.
Alrighty. I got a few things to cover. Prayers go out to the family of Chief Bobby Bold Eagle, who passed away this past week. He was a legend with Dick the Bruiser's group and several other places. I got to meet Chief Bobby Bold Eagle several years ago. Pretty cool guy. He passed away this past week. So prayers
Marcus,
out there. It's on there. Yes.
Marcus, did you ever get to see him wrestle live?
Yes, once.
Yeah, I did too. I think twice.
And I have his autograph in my collection somewhere.
I had it many years ago as a young boy, but I have no idea where it's at.
Yeah. Okay, and then before then we have the prayers. Let's see. We will go with Damian DeVille. He's nursing an injury. I'll leave it at that. Bobby Blade from down in Kentucky had a procedure done today, so he needs prayers. As Warren will tell you here in a little bit, as he was with me when this happened, well, in the room. Brody Balkins got injured Saturday night in Lebanon, janked up his neck pretty good. So prayers to him. And then we want to do a shout out to the WCWO Territorial Champion Zach Nova and his Mrs. Allison in the birth of a baby girl this past week. Presley B is her name. I think that's how you say that. So congratulations to Zach Nova and his lady. Okay, birthdays. Tomorrow is Phoenix's birthday and Scott Lindley's birthday, and he's the owner, operator of the Kickstand there in Danville, Indiana. Christina Nunn's birthday is also on Tuesday. Bessie Rickard, she's from down in Kentucky. Her birthday's on Wednesday. Joey White, he does commentary for Wrestling Theology and Emerge. His birthday's on Friday. Preston Spangler's birthday's on Friday. Kyle the Water Boy, the guy from PopCon and Comic-Con, his birthday's on Saturday. Skyconic's Victoria's birthday's on Saturday. Former WWE talent Kevin Thorne's birthday's on Saturday. And DCCW manager Cash's birthday's on Sunday. So happy birthday to everyone there. Okay, 2 sets of results. First off, thanks to Wes Ryan for giving me these from WCW Outlaw Arena on Friday. WCW Tag Team Champion Slaughterhouse defeated Cruiser and Jay Steele. Scorpion defeated Mike Noba. That sounds good. Defeated Mike Noble by a DQ after Rampage attacked Scorpion. What? Okay, Kelly wants me to announce this too. Congratulations also goes out to Jackson, Morgan, and Ashley on their engagement. So they're going to get married sometime here in the future. I have a date, or a time frame, but I don't think they want that out there yet. So congratulations to Jackson, Morgan, and Ashley as well.
Yes, most definitely.
So, okay, again, we're going to start this over. Thanks to Wes Ryan, WCW Outlaw Arena. Friday, WCW Tag Team Champions Slaughterhouse defeated Cruiser and Jay Steele. Scorpion defeated Mike Noble via DQ after Rampage attacked Scorpion because they were paid off by Jordan Davis. Zay Gates came out to make the save, and then Hammer returned to the arena. He's been out for a while. WCW Gunslinger Champion Mark Magnus defeated Oso Pierce. WCW Outlaw Champion Brody Botkins versus Maliko ended in a double countout. Phoenix defeated Waterboy when Zach Nova's music played and distracted him. Rampage defeated CJ Cyclone and Pogo. David Light defeated Zay Gates, Andre Stray, and IK3 in a fatal four-way. I bet that was good. And the highlight reel defeated Juan Sanchez and Jordan Davis after they answered their open challenge. So I don't know why Juan Sanchez and Jordan Davis would throw out an open challenge. But they did, and the highlight reel accepted it. And, well, needless to say, the highlight reel won that. Okay. Kelly, myself, and Warren and his wife and my family and some of the other people that we know.
All Lebanon's finest.
What's that?
And all Lebanon's finest.
Yes. All of Lebanon's finest. WCW's Ice Cold, Lebanon, Indiana, Saturday the 10th. Mark Magnus defeated Mike Noble and Zay Gates in a triple threat to retain the WCW Gunslinger title. Pogo, Waterboy, and CJ Cyclone defeated Juan Sanchez, Cruiser, and Jordan Davis in a six-man tag team match. Half of the WCW Tag Team Champions, Jackson Morgan, defeated Jordan James. The highlight reel defeated IK3 and David Light. That's my match of the night. Rob Conway defeated Josh Lewis in what started out as an arm wrestling contest and ended in a pinfall. I'm still thinking it was an arm wrestling contest because the bell never rung to start the match, so I guess he won by pinfall in an arm wrestling contest. But anyhow, Kenneth James defeated Timmy Jackson and half the WCW Tag Team Champions Will Asher in a no DQ match. And Brody Botkins defeated Phoenix with T.S. Wiley to retain the WCW Outlaw title. Very good night in Lebanon. Very loud crowd. I'm guessing at least 100. Don't you think, Warren?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Hang on a minute. What? I didn't know what it said, but anyhow. Type it in the comments. She said, yeah, rude. I can't hear what she's saying.
Oh, Lord.
She gonna come in there and beat you with that cane.
Well, she's got to go out to the car and get it, but yeah, it was a very good show. Very
Dirty
good show.
man.
Warren, did you have a match of the night?
It was close. The Light and IK versus highlight reel match was excellent. It was extremely hyped and amazing. The three-way, but Marcus didn't hit on with Timmy and KJ and Saturn was actually a hardcore match, and there was a lot of plunder and people put through stuff. But I probably agree with Marcus that the tag team match was really great all around.
Yeah, I couldn't do a lot with the hardcore. That was my bathroom break. I pulled somebody in the commentary and ran out to the bathroom, so I only seen about the last half of that. But it was good what I seen of it. I did see Timmy go down through the table. So.
Oh yeah. Well, it technically wasn't a tape. It wasn't a table he went through. It was a door on two chairs. But as my wife said, that then make it a table? So, but it was a door he went through.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good venue. I've never been in there. Parking sucks like hell. Thank God they reserved us a parking spot because there's only 3 parking spots out front. So where'd you park? Down in
No,
Noblesville?
we were right in front there. There's those parking spots right in front.
Okay.
Yeah, pulled right in there, right in front of the building. Yeah, so
And where's that place you ate at again? Tell Tony. He might want to know that for future reference.
Clues Brews.
Clues
Right on the
Brews.
Clues Brews on the corner, right in the square.
What did you have?
Okay.
I had a buffalo chicken wrap. Pretty good. I mean, it's sort of a brew place. So they make.
Oh, that's right there across from Arnie's.
Yeah, sort of.
Arnie's is on that other corner. Okay.
On the other corner, yeah. On the other side is.
I got where you're at.
There's the Four Fingers, and then you come down the other side of the block, and that's where they're at on the corner there.
Yeah.
They make their own buns. They do their own beer and their own pop and fun atmosphere. The food was good, really good. Would definitely suggest it.
Sounds cool. Okay, Marcus, did you have anything else before we move on?
I do not. And
Okay,
so, I
guys.
guess that was an unsanctioned match. I did not know that because I wasn't in the room when they announced that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thank you.
KJ versus Timmy Jackson versus Will Asher. Yes, thank
My
you.
apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, you yell Warren. He's the one that screwed it up.
Beat me up later.
Marcus passing buck.
What's that?
Marcus passing buck here.
Well, he's the one that said it.
I did. Yeah.
No, Tony's hearing voices again.
Yeah, see, now he's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, last week he was hearing voices in the headset, so he probably heard voices again.
And then Chris disappeared. Something's going on with the Gonzalez fellas. Oh my gosh, we're losing them.
Oh no!
No!
Does Chris
took off.
Warren hear voices in his head?
I know Tony was last week.
Yeah, I was definitely.
He looked at like, "You hear that?" It's like, "Hear what?"
I do have a question for all of you that I wanted to start the show off with here.
Not about corn, is it? I ain't answering.
No, I'm not corn.
We're not gonna no more questions about Marcus's eating habits.
No more about corn.
We'll go to Marcus first on this question, then to Justin, then Warren, then to Chris, and then if I have anything to say after you guys go. In your guys' opinion, through your experience to going to a lot of independent shows or running independent shows, that type of thing, being part of independent shows, what does independent wrestling promotions need to improve on the most? Marcus.
Hang on a minute. Advertisement.
Think as far as getting the word out.
Well, because Facebook can't go and do it. I think every wrestler on the card, if you're on the card, you should be advertising it. I don't see flyers going out like they should be, posters going up, and I don't know what the ordinances are on these cities, so that may be a problem there. But word of mouth, getting it out there.
Okay.
So, and talent needs to work. They just need to hone their craft, basically. Sometimes they don't.
Justin, this should be interesting from you. You help run a promotion, and you also wrestle at promotions. What do you think the independent wrestling promotions need to improve on the most?
I'm gonna piggyback off Marcus. It does take advertisement. I don't believe in just the social media world, because not all demographics use social media. Not all demographics are fine-tuned with technology now. There's still people that today in their 60s, 70s, 80s, no disrespect, but they don't use the technology. They still read the paper. They still listen to the radio. They still watch TV. So you can't just advertise on social media. You got to be able to advertise in the paper, advertise on the radio, do what you got to do. And I think everybody that is booked on the card, whether you're a security guard, whether you're a ring announcer, talent, referee, whether you're the owner, the booker, the ticket person, whatever you are on the show, you should be promoting that. And I think the more that you do that, then the more the word of mouth, the more people will come.
Warren, what do you think?
I mean, honestly, I say it's easier said than done. but refinement of the craft, dedication to the promotion, and a continuation of storylines that makes people want to come back. Because that's with me being, if I remove myself, make myself just a fan, and I go to a show and I see it and I like it, I need to be hooked to come back, because that's where you start to build. You know, I'll come back. I'm going to bring a friend, like, dude, you got to come check this stuff out. But you got to have a storyline. You got to have that something to come back to. And then that person gets hooked, and then he brings, and they say, when you have the refinement and you know, of how they are, and like how Marcus sort of said with the talent, getting better and working in the right people, and then the dedication of making sure you're able to promote that card and have those people to know you're going to be there, so you don't have the card subject to change 4 different matches in a show. That's where I put all that, like, sort of into like one thing like that. But like I said, it's also way easier said than done. So
Chris, what about you? What do you think independent wrestling promotions need to improve on the most?
unmute yourself.
Promoting their shows. I mean, there's about a month ago there was a show here in the town we live in. I knew nothing about it. Didn't even know there was a show going on, and I live not even a quarter mile away from it, like from the boys' club where that show was going on. I knew nothing about this show until like 2 days before I saw something about it. Like, if you want people to come, you got to get the word out there. Like, if I live less than a half mile from where the venue is, and I should know there's a show going on there. If you want fans to show up, and I'm not picking on nobody, because I can
see
name
it
a
everywhere.
bunch of different shows that's happened like that. I'm just using that because it was so close to me.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
There's other promotions that run in Muncie. There's times I don't even know they have a show going on until I just happen to drive by the fairgrounds and see it on a sign. But like, I think that as a whole, there's some promotions that do a good job of promoting themselves. Don't get me wrong, but as a whole, I think that's the biggest thing that, since we've been starting going to these shows, that I've noticed is some people just schedule a show, put it on online, and hope people show up. And to me, that's just not the best strategy.
And to quit putting false talent on your programs. I mean, I know a few promoters that throw talent that hasn't even been contacted, that they don't even know they're supposed to be there because they wasn't asked to be there.
And then my only other thing would be don't overbook your shows. Like, there's no reason to have 15 matches on one show.
Yes, Walter Buckley. I mean,
I'm more thinking Jeffersonville, but
well, that too.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, Marcus has literally been to shows where there's been 3 intermissions.
yes.
Like, if you have to take 3 intermissions in a show, that show is way.
And I've
too
been
long.
to shows that's had 5 pre-matches. 5 pre-matches. It's like, okay, 5 pre-matches. It's like, you got a show before a show, before a show, before a show. That's what a 17-match card will do for you.
No,
Sounds like
here's my thing.
like AEW. 5 pre-show matches.
My personal opinion is I think you limit. I think if you want to go, as far as like a match total, I say the most 8 to 10. You do 2 quick. Hold on. I say if you want to get some talent out there, like your newer talent or guys that are wanting to come in and try out, you do your pre-show matches. They should be 5 to 7 minutes. Like, they shouldn't be too long. You should be boom, hit the hits, get out, and then you have your show. You could be 5, 6, and do 3 intermission 3. It should never be a 3 or 4 hour show. The show should take 2.5 to 3 hours at most.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
So then,
I agree with that.
With like you're saying, like, so I'm always like type of guy too. It's like I said, it's easy to say, but where's the solution? So with the promotion of it, where would the solution be? Because yeah, we can. It's easy for us to say, oh, you need to do more than this. Yeah, also a lot of that stuff costs dinero,
Exactly.
and a lot of companies don't have that extra. So it's like, so where would you find that to dig in to do more promotion without breaking the bank? I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, the print media is, let's be honest, it's a dying media. It's difficult to, you know, radio's getting iffy. So trying to, if you can try a local radio station where you can get on there, as like say someone like Justin could get on there and really promote the next AECW show. If you can get on the radio, get some ears going. A billboard costs money. It's like, where would you find that advertising that will help you get the leg up? You know, it's.
I think the radio station things can work, even if they won't put like a wrestler on. If you can just get a DJ that will mention the show and say when the show's going to be a couple times a day for a week or something like that. I mean, you're only talking 10, 15 seconds. I mean, that can help. Newspapers dying. I would hate. I mean, I don't know what they charge anymore, but they used to charge quite a bit for ads.
Well, I got another one too.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, if you're going to do the radio, you got to get a promoter that will donate 4 tickets. Hold a contest.
Yeah.
Hold a contest.
Hey, give
7 wins 4 tickets to Saturday night's show in Sharpsville.
Give that DJ some free ticket. I mean, you know, a lot of guys ain't gonna do nothing for free. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean, you know, hey DJ, can you do this for me? I'll give you 4 front row tickets. I mean, I know that space, you know, is expensive. It's you know, you can make money, but if that guy can drive 10 people to you that you normally don't have, it's going to be worth it. So I mean, one other kind of pet peeve I have, and maybe I'm thinking wrong. I think all shows should be able to find a ticket outlet, because I know a lot of people want to sell tickets online, just like Justin said before. Older people like my old ass don't do the Vimo and all this other shit to buy tickets, you know. And every ticket that you can pre-sell is money in your pocket. You know, I mean, I mean, if you can sell 30 pre-sale tickets or 50 or 100, that's money you know you got.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you have. You know that person is definitely going to come. It's not a person that says, "Well, I might go," and then on Saturday or Friday night before the show, something pops up. Now they're not going to go.
Well, I know a few promoters in the past that hands tickets to their talent, says you want paid for this show, you sell these tickets, you get half of what you bring in, and forces them to go out and sell these tickets. And if they don't sell the tickets, you don't get paid.
And that's the thing, and that's how it used to fall back on, like, especially when you first started out. You know, it was called paying your dues. Like, you know, there's wrestling shows where I'd only work. The term hot dog and a hair shake is effing real. I will tell you, it's real. I can remember several shows when I first started out working, or hey, here's a hot dog and a handshake and a cook. Have a good day. Help out with teardown. And I did it because I wanted to keep going. I wanted to do this because I loved doing it. And a lot of people don't really understand that. Like, why do I need to go out and try to sell these tickets and advertise? Well, it's helping you get your name out there. If they see you with the ticket and see you on the card, they're going to gravitate towards you. Whether you're heel or face, you can still be gravitated towards if you advertise the show and put your name out there. And fans that are not even close to the show, if you're advertising it, no matter what show you are on, if you're advertising it, you might get 1 or 2 fans that might be, hey, he's wrestling. Let's go watch him. We don't have nothing to do. And I will use this as a prime example. He may not be watching it, but I will definitely tag him so he can go back and hear this quote. When I first started out, I was 16 years old, 17. There was a family. They had a young kid. He was literally my biggest fan. Like him and his family, no matter what show I was at, they were there. They literally drove 7 hours to a Ohio show from Logansport, Indiana, to watch me wrestle. So all it takes is you to advertise and get somebody to gravitate towards you, and they will follow you and get people to show. And to that day, that man, Tony Conrad, still comes to my shows today, and I'm still good friends, and I'm friends with him. So, like I said, here I am. I'm now. This is my 20th year in the business, and it's easy.
It's really your first year in the business because you retired and then came back.
Yeah.
Well, I medically retired because Travis Southern landed on my back. No, I
can understand that.
Something. No, I already had issues going on before that, but no. All it takes is one post on Facebook, then hit @ and put highlights. The people that are following you will literally get the notification that you posted something, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay. Oh, it's a poster. Hey, share." So it's easy as that.
Just
some people, yes.
Go ahead and finish your thought, but I have a question because since you helped run a promotion.
And it's as simple as that. Like, even if you do it on the even if the company posts something and you go on that and you put @ highlights or @ followers, your followers will get a notification that you posted, and they'll click on it. It'll take them to that poster, and they'll see it. So there you are, advertising it that way.
Okay, here's my question, Justin. And Marcus, you may have an idea on this, and Warren may have an idea because he works with a promotion, and I've worked with more than one promotion before. How many wrestlers normally wrestle on your guys' promotion? 20, 25, 30?
That's a little high, isn't it?
20?
I would say that's a little high. I would say 20 at the most.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How many of them promote on Facebook and other social media out of that 20?
Out of that 20 leading up to the show on a regular basis?
Yeah, because I'm friends with a lot of them, and I don't see jack shit.
Without calling out anybody, I will say.
No, I'm not calling out anybody.
No, I know. Without calling out anybody and giving out of those 20 people, I will give a percentage about 20 to 25%.
And that may be high.
No, I'm thinking it's high.
No, 20 to 25%.
I'm not just picking on you because I'm sure it's that way other places too. I'm not trying to pick on the promotion you work for. That's why I'm not saying their name.
I know.
But I'm just saying that social media could work better. I mean, if you've got 20 wrestlers, if every wrestler promoted it,
exactly,
you know,
and that's what
you think somebody's going to come and watch the show.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, being able, like, getting into the streaming world where, I'm not the greatest streamer. I know that. But, I may be able to make somebody laugh every now and then with my shitty gameplay. But, I stream video games. But I've learned a few, tricks in the game, in like the streaming world, as far as like advertising and getting yourself in the algorithm or anything like that. So like I tell people, and like you'll see me on my streams, or you'll see me on posts for the company. Like I'll go in there, I'll hit @ followers or @ highlight, and that way my highlighted followers or my followers are getting that notification that I just made a comment, and they'll click on it and they'll see that whatever the post I wanted them to see, and boom, you're advertising right there.
There is a promotion that I do see a lot of people work, and I see a lot of them advertise on Facebook. I'm not even going to say their name because I don't want to piss people off. Marcus probably knows who I'm talking about, but usually I wouldn't say 70%, but I'm going to say at least 50 or 60% promote. So they do pretty well. Warren, what about some of the promotions you work with? Do you think they do pretty well with that, or they could,
I mean, I think with the ones I'm sort of in right now, we have maybe 12 on the roster, 15 at the most on a show. I know of one guy that he always, no matter where, every show he's going to, he always puts up there. And listen, we're not going to get into names, but there is a guy that does every show he's on. He's putting it out there. It doesn't matter which promotion, everywhere. I mean, talking from West Virginia to Ohio to here. There are a couple other guys. I could probably name. I think I can come up with at least 4 guys that I know will constantly put up their matches, no matter where they're at, to help promote. And what's really is the coolest thing about this right now is Justin just educated me on how I could do better sharing the shows I am. I don't do that tag at everyone. I need to do that. I just share it.
I don't even know how to do it. I don't know how.
I just share the stuff that I'm part of by tag. I'm like, oh crap, I should probably do that. Then, like he said, then all these people that follow me, the 20 or so of my few minions that I have that follow me will see and go, oh hey, and then maybe if they like something, then the people that follow them will see them liking this, and it can sort of spread. But also we talk about at highlight, but we talk about doing the stuff too, just so people see. My thing is like if you guys all follow me, leading up to like AVW shows, I'll post videos, I'll do little things, but it's timing. Timing is key too. Like I've already got something in my head that I'm going to put out this week that I had a week and a half ago, but I'm not going to put out a week and a half ago because the show is still almost 3 weeks away. Out of sight, out of mind by then. If people see it, they forget it. I'll get a little more hefty in the week leading up to promoting the show that I'm going to be part of or do something with, so that when the people see it, it's still fresh in their head. You do it too early, people tend to forget. And so, but like I said, I can probably come up with four guys off the top of my head I know that do it, but not a lot. And honestly, too, to be fair, like I said, I'm not trying to knock all the guys because they're all busy. They've all got lives to lead. Some of these guys are doing probably 6-7 shows in a month. So they got a lot out there. Some guys may stretch themselves thin to where they just don't think about those kind of things. But I think talent helping to promote in any way they can is huge.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you on that statement too. Timing's everything too. Time is money, but at the same time, you can, for example, like we just posted our flyers, and so we put out our flyer. Like I'll share that. Now I won't share it every single day because it's not till March. I might wait a week or 2 weeks, and I'll share it, or I will have somebody be like, "Hey, I need you to cut a promo for this particular issue or particular thing we need you to do. So cut this real quick, send it to me, and I'll post it for this day." So yeah, timing is key to keep it fresh, but at the same time, you could also flood them, because I would rather annoy somebody and then they see it every day and they're finally like, all right, you showed I'm sick of seeing it. Let me go see what it's about.
What I can say is with yours personally in your upcoming match in March against the Tanner Kelly, you have built the excitement with what you've done. So, you have come out and you've laid that foundation. You say, this is what happened. So you built that excitement. You built that to where people are now going to be watching. Okay, well, what's coming up? To where you can then add on and you can use those promos. You guys can have your back and forth. So you've got their attention, and you've got, oh, this is going to be it. Fans bring the weapons. Hell yeah. And then they want to see what's coming. They want more. Yeah. You've left them hungry for more. And that's what I'm saying with a lot of stuff is you got to leave fans wanting more. And, like I said, I think what you guys have done with this is a good example of how promotion should go in advertising matches, particular matches.
Well, like every show, Marcus.
Hey, Dad, real quick, just to let you know,
our guest is here.
Our special guest is here. Whatever you guys are ready.
We'll go one more minute, maybe 2, and then I'm gonna bring him in. Marcus shares all kinds of wrestling shows, Kentucky, and everyone that he shares, I share. I see other ones, I share them, and unless I know a couple promotions out there are dicks, and I won't promote them. That's me on my personal page, so I have the right to do that. If I don't like somebody, I ain't gonna do it. That's just on my personal page. Now, if professionally, if because we've said here on, well, that's another thing. We're on every Monday, and we've asked anybody to if they want to promote a show, we'll promote it. And if somebody contacts us, we'll promote it. I mean, we're professionals, and that's what we'll do, even if the guy's a dick.
Look, we really don't like Justin, and he's on here all the time.
That's true. Look, that's a perfect example.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
I know, Tony. I know you said you don't use Venmo, but I'm still waiting for my $50 in PayPal to agree to having you on, Justin. Where's that at? I'm looking right now.
I don't know. I was agreeing on a steak dinner by the Kelly Fine, but what the hell?
You didn't tell me about that, but okay. Can I take off with this a minute?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I don't need to keep bringing up the micros, but I'm telling you, people need to study what those guys do. Pigeon Forge, I know, is a tourist town, but those guys all get on a golf cart and run into Gatlinburg. That's a 5-mile trip on a golf cart. I don't know how they pull that shit off, but they go around and they advertise their show. They don't have any other advertisement. They used to have billboards in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and they pulled them. They go out and they put in the legwork to get people into the microtorium, and it works. So
and to add to that, like back in the day, we used to have there's a show up in southern. I don't know why I said up in northern Indiana. I'm not gonna call the name, but the promoter used to have a couple of people dress up in luchador masks and stand at the road with signs set arrow pointing wrestling here. Like we, for example, we have a guy, a talent who lives on the street of Sharpsville. I can negotiate a deal to where he can hold up a sign.
Yeah.
During the week while he's laying on the streets.
Just tape it to his back.
So, I mean, there's plenty of ways you can advertise the shows.
Yeah.
Especially day of.
All right, guys, we're going to move on.
I got one more thing I really need to make clear here.
Okay.
To Jackson, Timmy Jackson, Will Asher, and Kenneth James, your match was fantastic on Saturday. I didn't call that the bathroom match, even though that's kind of how it sounded. I had to go. I'm old. I had to go. It just happened. That's when it had to happen. So, and if you've been at the Boys and Girls Club, you have to get in that bathroom when everybody's in the arena, because there's no way I was going to get in that bathroom with everybody getting in there.
Oh, Lord.
It was an outstanding. I didn't want you to think that.
I appreciate that, Kelly. Thank you.
But Marcus had to clear that up real quick before Timmy came on.
What's the hell's your problem, buddy?
So, but
With that lead in,
that's going to be my first question. Timmy, how was your bathroom match?
now let me ask Justin one more question.
Okay.
And it's a real simple answer, and I'm sure he'll give it the exact way I think he will. When do you stop paying dues?
You never stop paying dues.
Never stop paying dues. People need to learn that.
You never stop paying dues.
I see people who get past their third match and they think, okay, I put in my dues, now I'm done. And it's bullshit.
I think
you never stop learning. You never stop paying dues.
I think some of them think what their supposed training is doing.
And before we add him in here, I'll say one thing, another key word of advice for anybody in the locker room: shut your mouth and open your ears.
Yep. And if a veteran's talking, listen to them. They've been there. They've done that. You don't know more than that veteran. Don't even think you know more than that veteran. So, okay.
All right, guys.
I think I got all my out of the way.
Okay. I thought it was a good topic. We probably could have went the whole show, but okay. But we got an important guest. He's not a bathroom break. Let's bring Timmy Jackson in there. Too loud, Timmy Jackson.
I got my first question for you.
I have a question too. It's going to be funny with the question that was asked earlier. But
There he is.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How's it going, man?
What up? Too loud.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. We're going to start. We're going to let Marcus go first. Warren's going to go second. We'll let our special guest go third. I'll go fourth, and Chris will go last. We're going to rapid fire questions. Now, your answers don't have to be rapid fire. You know, you can think about them, and we'll go about 30 minutes or so, 30, 35, 40 minutes, and have a good time. So let's get started, Marcus.
okay, Timmy, you know Justin, right?
I do.
Okay, I thought you did, but if not, I was going to introduce you, but you're all good. Okay, thank you for coming on, as always. My first question is always, when did you first get interested in professional wrestling?
When did I get interested in professional wrestling? I was interested in professional wrestling as a child. Being the oldest of four brothers, was always it was fun. It was fun because I could always do all the moves to my brothers, but my brothers could never really do the moves to me. So I'd be all, we'd be out there jumping on the trampoline. Hey, you guys want to have a wrestling match? And they'd always want to argue with me about not wanting to because they're like, well, no, you're only going to beat us up. We can never do anything to you. But me and my brother Zach, we put on some pretty good matches out there
We're
on
pros of
the.
being the oldest.
Exactly. Pros of being the oldest. No one can ever get me up. But yeah, that's when I was first interested in wrestling when we were kids watching the Raw and the Attitude Era and SmackDown.
Okay. Warren.
Alrighty, my lead off is always I'm going to give you a time machine and one ticket front and center to any wrestling event in history. Where are you going and why?
Ooh, I would like to go. I'd like to go to the Madison Square Garden. I think it was Royal Rumble '99. It was The Rock and Mankind when they had their empty arena match. And I just remember all the things that The Rock kept hitting Mick Foley and everything. And I'm still to this day, I still wonder if Mick Foley actually had the power to utter those words, "I quit," in that "I quit" match, because you could never see Mick's face when his face was down. But that'd be the match I'd like to see in person.
Okay. And Justin?
All right. Well, Marcus, since it's bathroom break time, you want to go ahead and take to the bathroom?
I'm good, man. Hey, when you get old, that's just what happens. I got CJ says here, take my spot on commentary.
All
I
right.
have nothing to
No, all right. So the greatest big man of all time, in my opinion, is Yokozuna. Who is your greatest big man of all time?
Ooh, the greatest big man in all time for me. I'd probably say it was always the Big Show. I always liked watching the Big Show come and go from the WWE because every time he came back, yeah, he's 7 foot tall and he was always over 500 pounds. But as he went and came and, took his time throughout his career, watching him slim down and still be able to continue to wrestle really gives me an inspiration to know that I can continue to do this a lot longer as long as I actually take care of myself, similar to what he did.
Okay. My question is your inspiration for your wrestling character.
Oh wow, that's an intense question. My inspiration for my wrestling character. I am my own inspiration for my wrestling character. If there is one thing that I have been told my entire life, it is I am too loud. I do not have an inside voice. My mom and my brother and I, when we were growing up, we'd all be in three different places of the house, and that was just the way we would communicate. We would shout. We would never be mad at one another. We would just shout across the house, whatever we needed to communicate. And you could ask my wife, you can ask Reggie, you could ask anybody. I don't have a quiet voice. I'm not quiet at all.
Well, I can understand you shouting at Reggie.
Yeah, he's real easy to shout at.
Yeah. Chris.
Muted.
Before I go with my question, got a couple questions in the comment section we'll go to real quick. Kelly Fine wants to know who your favorite super fan is, Kelly or Marcus?
Oh, Kelly, all the way. I still use my blanket that I won in the raffle that night at WCWO. It's my favorite blankie to cuddle with. So Kelly Fine is my favorite super fan, of course.
Okay.
So I guess I need to knit him a blanket. I don't think he'd be
I
coming.
don't know.
Or
Well,
maybe
Mark,
not go to the
either
bathroom during this match.
yeah, exactly. Maybe not go to the bathroom during my match.
Hey, and I do want to apologize.
Oh.
I didn't realize you was trying to get a shoe from that lady, or I would have kicked one of mine off to you.
And I told him too. I was like,
Don't, hey! Don't go spoiling all the fun. We got to save that for later because I
Okay.
have a story for that. That's for later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then one more section or question out of the comment section. Do you think it's harder to be a heel today or easier?
You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience being a heel. I don't like to be the bad guy. I've always been the good guy. It was a lot of fun being able to step outside of my comfort zone in this no disqualification match this past weekend. But we'll talk a little more about that here in a bit.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Then,
Have you
go ahead.
been a heel yet?
No, ultimately, no. I don't think I've ever done anything enough. I don't think I've ever had anybody in the crowd boo me or do anything that would signify that I was heel ever.
Okay.
Let's put it this
Sorry.
way. Let's
Sorry,
put it
Chris.
this way. Being a heel is the greatest feeling in the world.
That's what a lot of people say.
Okay, Chris.
All right. Then my question is, how long have you been in the wrestling business, and how did you get your start in the wrestling business?
Oh, that's a good question. So, I started training in the wrestling business in 2021. I did a couple of different tryouts. I did one for New Era. Damian Michael Cole actually gave me one of my first tryouts. That was when I just took a shot in the dark just to see what it was about. It was really funny. I'll tell you a fun story about that. So, I was at a wrestling theology fellowship show, and TJ Kemp was there. And I had followed TJ like way back in the early 2000s, like 2000. Oh gosh, it would have been like 2011, 12, 13. That was when I actually stepped away from watching a lot of the WWE stuff and I got into the independent wrestling scene. Um, Rob Kincaid was actually putting on shows down south. God rest his soul. That's actually where I found out that I know people
Amen.
like,
God rest his soul.
I didn't even realize it, but I'd met like Tommy Two Shoes, JKO. Gosh, there were probably a few others that I didn't even realize that I know until I actually jumped in the ring. I digress. 2021, he gave me my first tryout. So when I was driving down south to go to his arena, I had this idea in my head that I was going to show up to something that was going to be very similar to the Performance Center. Some big warehouse. There are going to be 2 or 3 different rings of weights. When I tell you, I drove by this man's barn 3 or 4 times because I could not find it. And I finally messaged him. I'm like, dude, I keep passing the address where it says I'm supposed to be. And he said, oh yeah, no, it's the big white barn by the trailer. And I'm like, whoa. It really opened my eyes to what the independent wrestling scene was all about. It was definitely not quite Performance Center style, but no, if anything, it humbled me up. It was it was really neat. And yeah, after that, I did a second tryout with Jake Omen and WCWO at that time, and between JKO and Jake Omen, man, those 2 boys brought me up. They let me train, and I owe everything to those 2 gentlemen for sure.
Okay. Next up, I believe is Marcus.
Okay. Your favorite match that you've been involved in?
My favorite match that I've been involved in. Oh goodness. Well, most recently, the match that I just had this past weekend was a lot of fun. Like I said, I definitely stepped out of my comfort zone when it came to getting out weapons and all the foreign objects that you can find under the ring. That was a lot of fun. I also really, anytime I step into the ring with Phoenix, anytime him and I square off against one another, he was one of the first guys I actually wrestled when I debuted. And anytime him and I put on a match, I feel like we have a really great time.
Warren.
I do want to say you still do owe the front row cookies. You said had brought cookies, but just end up with just the sheets. But
I was like, wait a minute, hold on. When did I say, wait, cookies?
you put the
What?
sheets. I had cookies. They looked right at us. I had cookies, but my thing is, I think one of the most original things you do is your mid-match dance party. How did you come up with that?
Ooh, the mid-match dance party. Ultimately, I came up with it. I like to move. I've got a lot of energy, and I'm not as great of a dancer as my partner, Andre Stray is. That man knows how to get down and groove. But I really just like to move, and so ultimately, there's a time in my match, especially when I am getting, when they are getting on top of me and they're putting me down in the mat, I kind of just flip that switch, and I just start feeling the beat. I start feeling the beat, start nodding my head. Next thing I know, it's time for a dance party, and I really just channel my inner dancing self, and I let loose.
Justin.
Favorite song to dance to?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I was going to say they don't let me change it around a whole lot. As much as I do enjoy dancing to Uptown Funk, I have to say my favorite song to dance to would be "Shout," my original song. Just because, again, every time I think about, I'll tell you this story. The reason why I like it so much, my mom, when she would go jogging, she'd always put in her headphones, and she always listened to that kind of songs like "Shout," "We Are Family," "Respect." And the thing is when she'd be running, jogging through town, she'd also be getting her groove on. And so my mom is known in our little town of Sheridan as the woman who runs dancing through the streets. And so I think that's where I also get a lot of my dancing from, and why "Shout" is one of my favorite songs, because every time my mom would be listening to that song, I'd be sitting there minding my own business, and then next thing you know, my mom just be right beside me, go "Shout," and she'd shout it as loud as she can, and "Mom, what?" And next thing I know, we'd be in the middle of we'd start singing it.
Okay.
How old is your mom? If you don't mind saying.
My mom. You got to give me a second. I was gonna say she'd be probably about 52 right now if she were still with us.
That's my music era too, so I thought maybe we grew up in the same time frame. So,
Okay. My question is: you get to be in a Survivor Series traditional matchup. Who would be your 4 partners? Pick anybody that you want.
Ooh, in a Survivor Series style matchup. That is a really good question. I'm going to go with a lot of my brothers close here at home, just because as much as I know I could have anybody in the world, there's nobody that I'd want in a Survivor Series match than my own brothers. How many do I get? 3 or 4?
You get 4.
I get 4. I'd have Phoenix in my corner. I'd have Zach Nova in my corner. CJ Cyclone in my corner. And then I'd have Jake Omen in my corner. Those would be my 4. Those would be my 4 people.
Chris?
Yeah, when you got into the wrestling business, what was the hardest thing for you to learn when you went to these tryouts and stuff? Like, what do you think was the hardest thing to learn?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Hardest thing for me to learn was ultimately, and it's still something that I struggle with today, good cardio. being able to keep good cardio in the ring is absolutely the most important thing you have to have, because if not, you run out of energy a lot sooner rather than later. One of the more difficult things that I had to work on when I was in training was learning how to properly take a front bump. That one was very hard. I don't jump. I don't like to jump. I'm 6 foot, almost over about 300 pounds. I don't do well with going up. But I did it. I sure as shoot did it. And we were at training one day, and I remember I came in, and I just, we'd just done all of our rolls, and it was time to do the front bumps and the back bumps, and I was at the back of the line, and I stood there. I took a moment. I took a breath. I found a spot on the ceiling, and I hit it. And when I tell you, and again, this is what I love about independent wrestling, when I tell you that every single person that was with us at that training practice lost their ever loving mind and was so excited, it's one of the things that's kept me coming back to wrestling, because I really love the encouragement. Everybody was excited for me, and I got to celebrate with all my brothers and my sisters at that time.
Awesome. Marcus?
Okay, I can't believe we've not talked about this yet. You started out as a ring announcer, and you're one of the best ring announcers in the independents that I've heard, except for Kelly, and I have to say that. That's the disclaimer. I have to say that. But tell us how hard it was to go from ring announcer to
blink
wrestler.
twice if you are in danger, Marcus.
It was hard. It was very hard for me to go from ring announcer to in-ring action, because when I was given the opportunity to be a ring announcer for WCWO, I had no idea that it was gonna take off as much as it did. I didn't know I was gonna fall in love with it. I didn't know that these other organizations were gonna ask me to be a part of it. And so I definitely fell in love with being a ring announcer. And every show that I went to, I always tried to bring my best voice, my best mannerisms. And because if anything, as the ring announcer, I knew that the show was never about me. It was about the boys. And so every time I would go out there to announce anybody, whether it was a baby face, a heel, or even a name, I always, tried to make sure that I gave them the utmost respect that they deserved, and that their match, whatever match it was on the card, if it was the first match, the match before intermission, or the match right, semi-main, it was just as important as every other match on that card.
Okay. Warren.
All right, mine's a little three-pronger here, but they're quick ones.
Okay.
Number one, were you born with your beard? Are there any pictures of you without your beard? And number three, would you ever put it on the line in a match to be shaved if you lost?
How disrespectful.
Was I born with my beard? I mean, once upon a time, a long time ago, I did not always have a beard. I don't know if those pictures still exist or not. But honestly, yes. If the right match were to present itself, right before he retired, Baron Von Kane had a really wicked, awesome looking Santa beard, and he always talked about wanting to put it on the line. I told him, shoot, I'll put mine on the line, just because, again, if you tell a good story about losing some facial hair, I think it could make money. And yes, I put my whole head on the line. Shave it all off. Let's see what happens.
Okay, promoters, you heard it here. You heard it here.
We did.
It's on tape. You can't pull it off here now.
Nope. It's on the internet.
Okay, Justin.
If you could send one of these hosts on a desert island or deserted island, which one would it be?
I gotta send one of you to a desert island.
Is it spin us to a desert island or spin it on there with us?
Right?
No. You have been exiled to the island.
Okay.
All right. Well, Kid Dynamite, man, I'm sorry. Pack your bags. You're going to the desert island.
Yes.
Okay. My question, real quick, I wanted to piggyback off Marcus, and hopefully nobody takes offense. You are the best ring announcer that I've seen in the independents, by far. And if anybody takes offense, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you just did a fantastic job. I've told
Calm
you that
down,
before.
Kelly. He's all right.
Well, I'll stay away from him. I can outrun Kelly. But
Kelly's got the cane out.
and I've told you that before. But yeah, you do a fantastic job. Okay, you get to train with any pro wrestler for a month. Who would you pick?
Ooh, any pro wrestler for a month? That's a really good question. Honestly, if I could train with any pro wrestler for a month, I'm going with Steve Henson. I have tried putting or not his power bomb, but his clothesline into my repertoire. Just seeing how that man can literally be standing in the middle of the ring to taking someone's head off with a clothesline. I would love to be able to learn how to do that. I think that'd be fantastic.
Okay, Chris.
What's been the best piece of advice that you've been given in the wrestling business?
Pretty much a lot of what you gentlemen have already said this evening. Keep your mouth shut, keep your ears open, always be willing to listen. Always be willing to just listen to your vets. If your vet is taking time out of their time to talk with you about anything, whether it's something as small as your entrance or as big as your finish, stop and listen and give them your attention.
Okay, Marcus. Final two questions.
I need 3.
Okay, well, you get a bonus.
Okay. That's for you, Justin Greb. I cannot believe that I want to say this, since you asked me a weird question earlier, but tell us about eating corn in a competition as Timmy Jackson at the State Fair.
Wait, am I telling you my story?
Yeah, you were
Oh,
but see,
I did. I absolutely did.
Justin asked me a question about corn earlier, but that's another story.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So I had never once been in an eating competition, but I absolutely do love to eat. So scrolling Facebook one day, I see that there is going to be an eating competition at the Indiana State Fair. So I'm like, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a shot. So I sent them all my information, and they sent me back a free ticket and said, show up at this day at this time. And I tried to reach out to their marketing manager, being that being a local independent wrestler, I was hoping to help promote it, as we should, like you guys were talking earlier. I tried to reach out to help promote it. Sadly, they never got back with me, but I then went ahead and took to my social media page and told everybody that I was going to be in the competition, and if I got so many likes or views or whatever, that I would do it in full gimmick. And sure enough, social media did exactly what they normally do. They showed out. So I went to the Indiana State Fair, dressed all up as Too Loud Timmy Jackson, and I ate as much corn as I possibly could in 5 minutes. According to the judge that we had, which he was not a very nice person, he said I only got through like 2 full ears of corn, but he said if you left any kernels on there, he'd toss them out. So he wasn't that great of a judge, in my opinion.
No, that's bullshit.
But no, it was a lot of fun being in that competition, trying to eat as much corn, and I saw a lot of fans who kind of recognized me from the dub and whatnot, and that was a lot of fun. I hope to do it again this year if they have the corn eating competition back.
Okay, Marcus, your other question.
Okay, you have a pinfall win over Savio Leone. Tell us about working him.
Oh my gosh, he's the biggest kitty cat in the whole industry. I do have a pinfall over Savio Leone. Ironically, that pinfall was my debut match. It was at a White River Wrestling show that actually took place here in my hometown of Sheridan. It was my first time getting in the ring as Too Loud Timmy Jackson. I actually remembered that was how I ended up buying or not trademarking, but coming down with my tie-dye print was the fact that like I'm getting ready to perform at my hometown and I needed something to wear, so I went over to a booth and just got me a blue and green tie-dye shirt and threw it on. And then next thing I know, it's me and Savio in the middle of the ring, and I tell you, man, he put me through my paces.
Yeah, I bet he did.
You know, but working Savio, it was great. I'll never forget it. I love working him. I love seeing him all the time. I make sure to give him all the chin scratchies when he lets me, and definitely a memory I'll never forget.
You need to do it again since it's the Too Loud Strays versus cats, dogs versus cats. I mean,
Right.
work at that. Work at that.
We almost did. We tried. We tried
Him
for
and
that
Thunder
one.
Kitty taking on the Too Loud Strays.
Right, there we go. There we go.
Okay, Warren.
All righty. WrestleMania is known for their awesome entrances with live bands playing people out. Who would you want to play you out for your WrestleMania entrance and what song?
Oh, holy smokes. That's huge. Oh, that is a really, really good question. I don't know if I have an answer to it or not. Gosh, if I could have any band play me out to WrestleMania, I would probably say either Disturbed or maybe Five Finger Death Punch, Black and Blue on Black. That would be the song that I'd come out to. Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch, play me out, coming out to Blue on Black.
Okay. Justin.
Where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to see myself as a WCWO Outlaw Champion.
Okay. Okay. My question is favorite food to eat and go-to snack.
Ooh, favorite food to eat. I'm a big old fat kid. I love me some lasagna, and I hate Mondays, so you can call me Garfield Jr. And favorite snack would probably be either Slim Jims or Cheez-Its.
Slim Jim, baby.
Or Cheez-Its. That's pretty good.
Right?
If
You got to snap into a
Jims
Slim
and
Jim.
Cheez-Its, so Slim Jims and Cheez-Its together are pretty good too.
I've done that before.
Hey, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong.
At 6 o'clock in the morning for breakfast.
Yeah, this dude used to eat Slim Jims every morning for breakfast.
Every morning. Tabasco Slim Jims. Okay, Chris?
Yes. What's something you love about the wrestling business, and what's something that you hate or dislike about the wrestling business?
Ooh, I love the brotherhood and the family that is created with the independent federations. I love the found family that I have in WCWO and all the other brothers and sisters and people that I have made friends with. I hate the cancel culture. I hate the fact that all it takes is for one person to say the wrong thing to bring down an entire, independent federation, entire character. It definitely has its place in the industry, when it needs to happen, but at the same time, when people just maliciously come after somebody for absolutely nothing, it breaks my heart because, we all know that we don't make a whole lot of money on the independent scene. We're all just trying to be out here to have fun, and some of us are absolutely trying to make a name for themselves in this business. And, to know that there are people out there who would just, for whatever reason, step in and, try to tarnish that, it breaks my heart.
Okay. Marcus.
And this is it, right?
Yep.
All right. Funny story time.
Okay. Funny story time. So, all right. I have to tell you this story to tell you the story about what happened on Saturday. So earlier, or right at the end of last year, my wife's company had a Christmas party. At this Christmas party, there was a hypnotist. I, being the rambunctious, too loud Timmy Jackson, absolutely wanted to be involved with this hypnotist. So sure enough, I go up there and I volunteer. And so the hypnotist, he's doing his mind manipulation. He's trying to lull us, into this false sense of security and everything. Well, while he's hypnotizing us, the one thing that he assigns me with, he says, anytime I turn my back to you and I mention somebody's shoes, you're going to want to steal those shoes. And so he would sit there and he'd, clap, or he'd count to 3 or whatever, and he'd ring his little bell. And so sure enough, as he turned his back to me, he'd start talking about somebody's shoes. And I'd look over at the shoes and I'd look back, and I'd look over at the shoes and I'd look back, and I'd go over and I'd steal those person's shoes, and I would take them off their feet and I would literally shove them up under my shirt. And by the end of this whole presentation, I had probably 7 or 8 pairs of shoes under my shirt. And then, of course, as the guy, he's saying his closing things. And if you're missing your shoes, Tim has them all under his shirt. I'm sure he would like it if you collected them. So I tell you that story to tell you this story. So this past Saturday, when we were in Lebanon, we were trying to come up with this match. And I can't remember. I was in the back talking to someone, but someone mentioned that it would be funny if we could get a shoe and shove it in KJ's face. So I'm like, bet I'm going to try to make this happen. And I guess they had somebody, I think Jackson Morgan someone told me that one of the gals in like the second row near Hardcam actually worked with Will and KJ. So I said, bet. So during our match, I get out of the ring. I'm trying to walk over, and I go over to the lady, and I'm like, I need your shoe. And she, of course, looks at me. She was like, what? Huh? What? I was like, I just need your shoe. And she's like, no, you can't have my shoe. I was like, I need your shoe. I tried to ask her 3 or 4 times, and she would not give me the shoe. But I tried as hard as I could, and I thought it was hilarious. Just because I know afterwards, KJ popped really hard for that. And I'm pretty sure if Will hasn't already, I'm sure he'll hear about it. But yeah, no, I was hypnotized once to steal shoes, and now I have a thing for stealing shoes. And I might have to continue to steal shoes at other away shows. Be on the lookout.
And that lady, it literally was between me and Warren. I'm serious. It was behind Warren and in front of me. She literally was between us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warren?
All right, my last one is very easy on you. Would you consider yourself a NWO, or are you a degenerate?
Oh, degenerate all the way.
Okay. Justin?
I'm trying to figure out.
Hey,
If
hey,
you could
Warren,
wrestle
Justin.
any,
Go ahead.
if you could wrestle any tag team with the 2 Loud Strays, of all any tag team ever, who would it be?
Ooh, with the 2 Loud Strays. I would honestly, I think they were going by the Soul Shooters. Drew Skills and Apollo Star would be the tag team that I'd like to wrestle with the 2 Loud Strays.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd
Yes,
be
that
good.
would be really good. Okay. My question is, you get to do a big stipulation match on a big stage like SummerSlam or WrestleMania, anything like that. First of all, what would be the stipulation, and who would your opponent be?
Ooh, that's a fun question. Um, I think I would actually put my hair on the line and my beard on the line. Have a good old fashioned, barbershop match. And who would I do that with? Mark House. Mark House has a really good beard, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to wrestle Mark on a big stage like that, where if I could win, I get to shave him, and if he wins, then I'd say Mark House.
And I got one other thing real quick before Chris goes. And I know this sounds crazy, but I want you and ladies man Mike King for one night on Halloween to form a tag team. And I want you to be the Akeems from Akeem, the African Dream from WWF. I want you, both of you to dress up like Akeem, the African Dream, and the tag team be called the Akeems. That's what I want to see for Halloween.
I would love to tag with my brother. The fact that I look so much like Mike King rocks my world, and it's so funny because everyone always calls me, Mike King Jr. And I've never once turned a blind eye to that. I would love it if me and Mike King could tag up sometime. That'd be great.
Okay. And
Before
Chris,
hold on, let me add to this real quick. Before you tag with Mike or work with Mike, make sure you don't let him do things that you don't want to do, because he will take advantage of you. For example, I don't know if he ever told you about this freaking show that we did up north. Him and I were in a match. It was a hardcore. It was a no DQ match, hardcore match. The promoter had bought this table and told us not to use this table. And so during the match, Mike King purposely put me on the table, and he says, "Hey, you're going to put me through this table." And I said, "No, I'm not. We're not going to do it." He then back body drops himself. So I have no choice but to sell it to put himself. He put himself through the table. So my advice to you: be careful. I love Mike King to death, but be careful.
be careful if you ever ride with Mike King anywhere. Also.
Oh yes,
No, don't
yes.
do that. Don't do that.
Okay, Chris. Final question.
Okay, what I do with my final question is give you a chance to promote yourself, let people know where they can find Too Loud Timmy Jackson at social media, if you have merch, upcoming shows, any of that good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. I am Too Loud Timmy Jackson. You can find me on Facebook at Too Loud Timmy Jackson. My most upcoming show this Friday at WCWO, the Outlaw Arena, 1151 South Kentucky Avenue. I'm there every Friday night. In 2 weeks, we'll be in Frankfurt with a triple threat match. It'll be the Too Loud Strays, the James Gang, and Slaughterhouse putting those belts on the line. I got to get my gold back, ladies and gentlemen, because I am Too Loud Timmy Jackson.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming on, man. It was wonderful. We'll definitely like to have you back on again sometime.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been fun. Thank you, guys.
I think we need to have him on to take Justin's spot as the guest host when he's
Yeah,
back.
I'll contact him here. He can now be a guest host because he's been a rapid fire guest.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Marcus, that kick is definitely coming.
Sorry, Justin, man. I promise I didn't come on here to take your job or nothing. I swear.
Ah, dang it!
We could say we could try to retire him, but he just retire and then come back.
Yeah,
so.
he'll come back. All right. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. Again, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Have a good one.
Yeah,
Have a
you
great
too,
time.
man.
Marcus, you got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, later tonight, 10 o'clock. Me and Mortimer Blankenship III will be on the Calamity Jane podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time on Facebook. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about it. So
Be ready to talk, and you better talk quick.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get anything in on with Calamity Jane and Mortimer, you better be ready to go.
You get your chance to talk, you better not stop.
That's right.
You better run with it.
It will be. I guarantee this. Check out that show because I guarantee it's going to be entertaining.
Oh, it'll be a real
It'll
good
be
show.
a good show.
And then let's see. Warren's got something. He's not thinking Sunday. Talk about Sunday.
Oh, I got my thing there. ABW Sunday, the 18th, the Illini Skateland. We're coming back after a little bit of time off. Got a very stacked card. Main event is a triple threat for the AVW world title. I do have it somewhere here in my possession. The champion, the Cobra, versus Jimmy Carrot versus IK3. Gonna be a banger. That's gonna be set up. We've got a lot of other good matches that have been set, been already announced. We got Leela Feast versus Paris McQueen. They're gonna battle. Paris debut here with us, and then I do believe we have Calvin Coco versus Andre Stray. So and then Mike Noble's gonna have a big challenge ahead of him with a lot of different gentlemen trying to take that no limits belt from him. And then I do believe one of the other ones we announced is the key to the 210 championship of TY Ice versus someone that you guys all know very well, Mark Magnus. So 7 o'clock Indiana, 6 o'clock Central Time. Show up, show out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I guarantee it. I promise. Yours truly is going to be there. And, it's always a fun time when I'm there.
Sounds like a great show. Sounds like a really good show. Marcus, are you hitting that one?
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that main event's going to be something you don't want to miss. So if you're in that area, it's going to be a good show. All of it will be good. Don't get me wrong. Until that main event, it will deliver. I'm telling you.
Match of the year. I see a match of the year. Those guys already been told I'm coming to watch a match of the year, so that might have put a little more into them. So
it's three guys that believe hitting hard and getting hit harder. So yeah,
you get a chop fest like we see the Cobra and IK3 do, and you put a third guy in there. You guys seen all three of those guys.
Along with Jimmy Carrot. I mean, this is not ballroom dancing. These guys are going to go at it.
Well, guys, I think we had a great show. Appreciate Justin coming on tonight.
Yes, Justin, thank you for last minute.
Yeah, especially last minute.
Hey, no problem. Thank
you. All the crap we give you, you're a pretty good guy.
And the other guy that was supposed to come on, you suck.
Yeah.
He's playing Glid. He decided to go to the Pacer game instead. Just like Glid. Glid's in here. He's probably at the Pacer game too, for all.
I think he was going to the Pacer game.
He posted he was there to get something, had to go home. He was actually in the chat there for a moment too.
Okay.
So he had to leave the Pacer game and go home?
He was outside something. He had posted something on his Facebook about me.
He probably went up there for a show or for something, and then he probably decided not to go to the game. He probably decided to spend money on NXT or something.
You never know, Glenn. It can change minute by minute.
Oh, yeah. But we appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we will see you next Monday.
Go Pistons!
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this podcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.